Star Wars saga continues. Not with a new movie that comes out eventually. With a new book. Let's talk about it. Star Wars: A New Dawn. What is Star Wars: A New Dawn? Star Wars: A New Dawn is the beginning of the new book universe of Star Wars. So if you didn't know, a year or so ago, or sometime this year, I don't really remember, LucasArts or Disney decided to kill the expanded universe. Which sucks, but it makes sense because there's all of these events that happen in the expanded universe, and they can't really keep it together with the movies and the video games. So now what they're doing is every book that comes out, every movie that comes out, every TV show that comes out, every video game that comes out involved with Star Wars is officially canon. And Star Wars: A New Dawn is the first book. So it's kind of cool now that just because now that you read a book, if you read a book like The New Dawn or watch Rebels, there will be some kind of mention in it in the movies or something, because everything that happens in the books happens in the timeline. With enough intros out of the way, let's talk about the book. A New Dawn is a prequel to the new TV show Star Wars Rebels. Now, is this book good? Yeah, it's pretty good. The show Rebels is going to be taking place like 5 years before the events of Episode 4. I don't know if A New Dawn takes place exactly 5 years before, because it's just Kanan and Hera really, and two other characters that are not going to show up in this show. The book plays out to be an origin story for Kanan and Hera. First, let's talk about Kanan. Now, is Kanan a cool character? Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Kanan is pretty much a new version of Han Solo. What if in Episode 4, Luke wasn't the Jedi, but Han Solo was a Jedi? That's pretty much what we're playing with. The first scene in the book is Kanan in a Jedi temple, and Obi-Wan's there. And they're talking about the distress signal to say, well, all Jedi return to the temple. You know, the signal that happens in Revenge of the Jedi. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're a lucky so, because you never saw the prequels. So I applaud you, because some of us can't do that. It's a cool story about, it was just a little connection to the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and to Kanan, our hero of this book. It was pretty much saying, what if a signal said run? What if we had to run away? And they're all like, Jedi never run. I guess it would be refigured, and it happens. So it was pretty cool. The other character, Hera, she's cool. I didn't really get a good vibe of her, because I think the book was just some flesh out her character, get us a little more of what they are before the show starts. The villain of this book is pretty cool too. It's a android who is a general or something for the Empire. Count Vidian is a cyborg, and he's just pretty much a businessman. He's a ruthless businessman who he's like, forget the old ways, the new order. And you get that everyone wants to oppress in this book. Said that the perfect timeline to make Star Wars books, movies, or TV shows is in between Episode 3 and Episode 4, because there's like a 20-year gap between the events. A time when there was no hope in the air, that it was just a dark time. The Republic's gone, the Jedi are gone. It's just a dark time to live in. I would love a spin-off movie just in this time period. Do like a Darth Vader movie, do a Star Killer movie. That will probably never happen because it's not canon anymore. But there's all kinds of stuff they could do. The question is, do you need to read this book before Rebels starts? I want to say no, but if you do read a book, I think it'll pay out if you read it. Flushes the characters out, and it gives you a good idea who they are and what you can look forward to in Rebels. Like 6 squad members in the show. We only really see 2, because Hera's like, I want to do this on my own, and in the end, Kan's like, you can't really do this on your own. You don't need a revolutionary right now. You just need a good crew. So I think that sets up the mindset. Let's build a team, and then that team will eventually build into a rebellion. And this is really what the show is leading. The book leads to the show, where they're trying to start a rebellion. And I really enjoyed this book. I love where The book was written by one of the guys who wrote some of the stories for the Clone Wars. You could really get Dave Filoni's tone out of the characters. I'm going to give Star Wars: A New Dawn a 4.4 out of 5. I look forward to the other books that are coming out. The book I'm really looking forward to that's coming out in a month or two, I think 2 months, is Tarkin. You know, the guy who was really the main villain of Episode 4. Have you read A New Dawn? And if have, comment below, let me know, tell me what you want to know, or tell me what you're looking for out of Rebels. Were you sad that Clone Wars ended? Are you glad? Do you think Disney will make it dark? You think it's going to be too kiddie? Well, we'll have to wait and see. And as always, all too easy.